Hello, everybody. This is your girl, REVA Hart. I just wanted to let you know that this episode, The 4 C's of Healing, was pre-recorded before the pandemic of COVID-19. You will hear in this episode announced episode 1, season 1. This is why it was pre-recorded. I really hope that you enjoy this short, quick message. I am sharing a little bit about my life and a few keys that I use continuously in my life. Let me know that you have listened in. You can leave me a voice recording. You can rate it. You can leave me a review or send me an email at hello@mystorythemagazine.com. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear the encouragement. Let me know how this message has blessed you. Talk to you soon.
Welcome to Girlfriend Let's Talk, the podcast designed for you, a space to have girl chats where we can talk about all things womanhood to Christian life, from what we survive to what we need to succeed. We can share our stories, helping each other through all the highs and the lows. We help, we love. Girl, let's talk with your host, REVA Hart.
I can remember this night like yesterday. This night, I was wakened out of my sleep to yelling, screaming, things being broken. And to be honest, this was nothing really new. I was around the age of 9. My brothers and I proceeded to the front porch to find out exactly what was going on. As we stood there, it was the most eerie feeling. I'm watching this horrific altercation take place between my parents. Hi, I am REVA Hart. I am your host of Girlfriend Let's Talk. Welcome to the first season, episode 1 of Girlfriend Let's Talk podcast. The 4 C's to healing. Yes, I am a mother of 5 children, wife of 27 years, child survivor of domestic violence. Children of domestic violence are children that live in a home of domestic violence. They are either witnessing or listening, but not necessarily being physically abused. I grew up in a home that was pretty unpredictable most of the time. I watched and heard many things which taught me negative thinking. This negative thinking set the stage for the next decade of my life. The night that I am referring to in the beginning of this podcast was an altercation I watched between my parents. Boy, neither one of my parents was going to give in, and it seemed like it wasn't going to end. I watched my mother be thrown from the hood of a car. She rolled on the ground, and when she got up, she was scarred and bruised and was bleeding. She quietly walked past my brother and I as we were standing there on the front porch, and she said nothing. She said absolutely nothing. To read more about the details of that night, I've actually co-written a book with 12 other authors. It's called Wounds to Wisdom, but you can go to my website, click on my store, order a soft cover of the book. From becoming an adult too soon due to the divorce of my parents, to being a teen mom, to experiencing cycles of violence and trauma, to being homeless and dropping out of high school, I found myself at a place where my self-worth was at an all-time low. In spite of what I've been through, I married at 21 and found myself raising 5 children all before the age of 25. My issues was assimilating this stuff in all areas of my life: work, home, relationships. I interacted with people as if I was perfect. I didn't want to get rejected. I didn't want to be abandoned. I didn't want people to be mad at me. There were some times when the burden of perfection wore me down. And with prayer and counseling, I discovered it was the weight of my childhood experiences that contributed to my current state. It was very hard for me. It was very hard for me in many ways. And it was very hard for many people to understand what I was going through because I didn't have any visible wounds. And it's okay. People can only do, give, and understand what they had to give, correct? So can I share 4 C's of healing? The first C, clarity. Getting clear is important when you're on the path of healing. Getting clear requires asking what is wrong. Your clarity will be your own. No one can give it to you, and it's something you must discover. Y'all, I hate pain. I hate it. But I know it's an indicator that something is wrong. 2, courage. Strength in the face of pain or grief. When it seems like life has taken you down, it's hard to know how to get up again. It's scary to even want to try to get up, to try to do something different. Your experiences may be much different than mine, but maybe, just maybe, you know this place of desperation too. Maybe you want more than just getting back up. Maybe you want to stand stronger through the next phase of your life, especially where there are storms. Maybe God is calling you to lean on him for strength and wisdom so you can not only get up, but let him change how you live. I don't know about you, but no matter how many times I'm told I'm enough, or that I matter, or that God sees me, the little changes that I'm making in my life, my heart isn't transformed. And I still feel just as shaky as I did before I started my healing journey. To see long-lasting and deeply impacting change, it takes active work with God. It takes partnering with God, saying, God, I partner with you. God, partner with me. It means letting him dig deep into our hearts to bring about the kind of transformation that thrives beyond survival. Yes, thrive beyond survival. It's not easy, and it takes great courage. Remember, we're talking about courage. It takes great courage to move in this direction. The enemy will try to deter you in every way possible, but God will constantly be faithful as you follow his lead. He will not leave you in this process. He will not abandon you in this process. I always say, God is not like the world. He will not treat us like the world treats us. Courage comes when we face what's hard to do with the one who gives us the strength and wisdom to do it. When life takes you down, you need God breathing new life so you can rise up again and choose courageous steps that require hard work. If you're scared to step forward, know that God understands. He isn't afraid or disappointed because fear, anger, and sadness are part of our life. He is our creator and he understands our emotions. He wants to redeem the lives of his people. My healing came through many avenues, including counseling, coaching, mentoring. All these contributed to the whole picture of where I am today. And where I am today is not where I will be in the future. So I choose to continue this journey for the rest of my life. Hard things will never go away in this world. Hurt will still happen, but healing in Christ will always be available. One step begets another step. No step is too small. Start where you are and keep going. He is with us. He is with you even now. The third C, compassion. I believe this is one of the most overlooked keys of healing. Compassion for yourself is incredibly important. No one is perfect. Loving the vulnerable, fragile, and even fearful side of yourself is important for you to heal. Holding yourself in the light of compassion, void of judgment, full of forgiveness and love is truly empowering and freeing. And I want this for you. I want this for you, my friends. If you make a mistake or make a choice you don't like, beating up on yourself for certain won't change it. Please have compassion with yourself. You're doing the very best with the tools you have, and you're gaining new tools and growing all the time. We have to be compassionate when we make errors or we don't do things completely the way that they should have been done or the way that someone expected. Giving ourselves a break is the first thing we should do. The last C is community. We are not put here on earth to do life alone. Why? Because there are a group of women out there that are looking for the same thing you're looking for, the same thing I am looking for. Community is for you to surround yourself with people that are healed and healing, people that you can feel safe and supported. A healing community is about holding space for love, care, reflection, laughter, crying, feeling what we're feeling, dancing, screaming, sorting through, moving past, sitting with us, or for whatever else we may need. Healing community is not about putting our problems off on another person, but about holding a space for us to sit down the weight we are carrying for a while. And sometimes it's even about letting others hold and share in the weight while we do the same for them. In the words of one of the wonderful advocates that was in my life, everybody has issues. And we're all just healing with each other. There should be no shame or no mask is needed. Last thing I would like to add is I know and I want you to know that all our answers are founded in Christ. He is always ready to embrace us tenderly, compassionately, and loving.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Girlfriend Let's Talk, powered by My Story, the magazine. Stay connected with us directly through our website, www.mystorythemagazine.com. You can also join the discussion on Instagram and Facebook at My Story, the magazine. If you would like to share your story or like to speak with us, please send us an email through hello@mystorythemagazine.com. And as always, thank you for having Girl Chat with us.